Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. We are going to present situation 3, the fresh vegetable market. Now, this case is about how heavy rainfall in Cameron Highlands disrupted the production of leafy vegetables like sawi and kangkong. As a result, the price of sawi increased sharply from 2 ringgit and 50 cents to 5 ringgit per bundle. In this presentation, we will analyze the changes using microeconomic concepts, explain how demand and supply are affected, discuss issues faced by consumers and producers, and finally propose solutions to restore market balance. We will now begin with the first question, which is how changes in cost affect demand and supply. So, when heavy rain damage crops, farmers face high production costs. They need to spend more on replanting, pest control, and protecting surviving crops. Because of this, the supply curve shifts leftward, meaning less supply is available at every price. On the demand side, the price almost doubled. At 5 ringgit per bundle, many consumers decide to reduce their consumption of sawi and look for cheaper substitutes such as frozen vegetables or even instant noodles. This lowers the overall demand for fresh sawi, shifting the demand curve slightly to the left. So, both supply and demand are affected at the same time, but supply is hit more severely. Okay, so now we will be moving on with the second question, which is the new market equilibrium. Originally, demand and supply intersected at point E0 with price P0 and quantity Q0. This was the stable market condition before the rainfall. After the disruption, the supply curve moves from S0 to S1. At the same time, demand shifts from D0 to D1. The new intersection point is E1. Now at E1, the equilibrium price is higher and the equilibrium quantity is lower. This explains why consumers are paying more but buying less. This analysis is important because it shows how natural events like weather can push the market into a new equilibrium.
Question 3. Issues faced by consumers and producers. Now let's discuss the challenges faced. For consumers, higher prices reduce their purchasing power. Many are forced to switch to alternatives which may not provide the same nutrition. This reduces their welfare and may even affect health in the long term. For producers and vendors, farmers lose crops and income while facing higher costs to recover. They also become more vulnerable to unpredictable weather. Vendors face unstable supply, risk of losing loyal customers, and overall lower sales. Question 4. 2 innovative solutions. To solve these issues, we suggest 2 innovative approaches, which is number 1, idea A, which is government support. The government can temporarily allow imports or provide subsidies and consumers vouchers. This will stabilize prices and ensure affordability during crisis periods. For idea B is climate resilient farming. Farmers and vendors can invest in better systems such as greenhouses, improved drainage, crop insurance, and cold storage. This will help secure supply even when heavy rain occurs.
So, for our last question, which is question number 5, which solution is more sustainable? In our evaluation, while government subsidies and imports are useful for the short term, they do not solve the root problem. The more practical and sustainable solution is idea B, climate resilient farming. This approach prevents future supply shocks, protects farmers' income, and stabilizes the market in the long run. For example, greenhouse can protect crops from excessive rainfall, and insurance can give farmers financial security. These measures help both producers and consumers by ensuring a more reliable supply. To conclude, the heavy rainfall caused supply to decrease, demand to shift, and equilibrium to change, leading to higher prices and lower quantities. Consumers and producers both face challenges, but solutions exist. Short-term government action can help, but in the long run, climate resilient farming is the key to building a stronger and more stable vegetable market. That is all for now. Thank you all for listening to our presentation.